Hello there, my name is Kim and this is the Doghouse. On this channel we review Rampage games and animal games. Today we continue trying one of our own games, Walk the Dog Rally. And I thought this time I'll take you guys a little bit behind the scenes to check out how it looks like, at least from my point of view as the game designer and the sort of graphic designer and UI designer. So by the way, if you want to try our game, you can just check the links below. We'll be very happy if you can help us test the game and leave some feedback. So yeah, Walk the Dog Rally. It's like a Rampage game for kids, kind of like action-packed. We wanted it to feel sort of like Super Mario. If Super Mario went into like a GTA 1 fusion game, something like that. So you have that kind of very tight, smooth gameplay, tactile and fun and playful, with the sort of action of running around in a city and nicking cars and stuff. So yeah, the gameplay, you work as a delivery boy for a kennel company. This is some art made from our artist Hugo. He's really good. By the way, the logo is made from a Norwegian, really great graffiti artist. Mikael is one of the top graffiti guys in the world, I would say, and not cheap. But I just wanted him because he's working in another gaming company, and his boss is a friend of me, so he let me know about him, and for sure I wanted some of that. Mikael, he's done art for all the hip hop bands almost in Norway, and also some international American hip hop artists like Tribe Called Quest and I think MF2 maybe, or some other guys. Anyway, like he's big. So anyway, other than the logo, this is Hugo, our guy. It's making this stuff. I love this dog. Something about it makes me happy. So let's see here. I think we can look at. This is like a GDD, game design document. So it's quite common in game development to do these. You use them for, pitching to publisher, for example, or investors to try to get some funding or support. And you also use it for your own team as sort of like a guide. And creating a game design document, that's called game design basically. So yeah, so I just made like a very simple map. I like game design documents to be as simple and less clear as possible, maybe because I have a long background as graphic designer, but I used to, back in the day, I used to collect really bad manuals just because I found them funny and also inspirational, because a manual should be really clear to understand, right? And not hard to understand. So I don't know, it just made me laugh. So yeah, A to B, you deliver dogs, and there's different things happening. There's UFOs, doing some stuff. We're thinking to change this speed event to speed pickups instead. Currently it's just something that happens randomly. So there's fuel pickups, slipper eyes, time pickup. Yeah, there's police, etc. Here's my super simple tutorial. Take car, make money, run, get car, deliver. That's it. So we have these events happening in the game. It can be traffic jams or all kinds of stuff, UFO, police chase, etc. So the art style we're going for, this is Hugo's 2D stuff. We have these pop-up dogs that Hugo made also. We're happy with that. And we're using also these 3D dogs and 3D cars that we think are quite cute and stylish as well. And then I made sort of like, what if we are lucky and get some funding or something, and then we could extend possibly the map further, but let's see about that. But that could be quite fun. Currently we're working on the progress system, how to, basically how much time should we give and how hard should the game be and how long should it last and so forth. The UFO stuff, this is some new art we got just a couple of days ago, so quite excited. Hugo, he made this very cool alien for us, so when you're being taken, or when you're under the beam of the UFO, there's a pop-up and he just says some random stuff because he's alien. So gurgle, grumph burst. Yep. And then we have the UI stuff. So I'm also the UI guy here. So where shall we start here? So we have the boss pop up, of course. So he's the quest giver. He pops up and gives us some context, what's going on. So basically, deliver the dogs here and pick up those, etc. And then we have the new alien pop up here, which I love. And then we have the pop up dogs. So we have 10 different dogs for now. That's also Hugo that made those. Then there's the menus, of course, not very exciting. But yeah, the start page, player select, etc. So the way I make these is all vector graphics, because then I can scale them and reshape them whenever I want. So for example, if I want a different size of this, you can just drag them around like this. And then I use a grid, so I have a custom grid here. That's a bit, because it's kind of like a car racing game, so I thought let's skew everything a little bit in the UI. Looks cool. So that's the player selection in the game. And then we have the garage. Select is a bit rough, because the cars are not really our cars, they're just a quick mock-up, but the rest is actual game graphics. The store is a bit messy here. We're considering adding a leaderboard. It's not going to be multiplayer like that, at least not in the beginning, because servers and stuff is both time consuming and costly. So I think we're going to start with maybe just NPCs. So but yeah, we are testing it right now. So let's see what's going to happen. Stats and settings, nothing super exciting there. And I was thinking of, this is quite ugly, it's not going to look like this, but I was thinking we could have some fun with the boss, and could have these pop-up commercials, like fake commercials, like about him. He's a salesy type, and we could even play around with that in trailers and stuff. To have like a in-game sort of ad to use for a real ad, and then we can mix in some game graphics, for example, also. So I thought it was a neat idea. Let's see if we will do something about that. I'm also a motion graphic designer and animator, so I will animate this stuff. but that's for another day and another program for sure. You can do that in Blender, for example, or Adobe After Effects. If you don't want to pay the Adobe subscription, which I don't like to do anymore, I prefer to use other programs like, for example, Affinity Designer I'm using now, or Blender, which is completely free. And Affinity Designer is not free, but it's like a tenth of the price of Adobe stuff, and you don't have to rent it. You just buy it once and that's it. And we have icons. These are the navigators. So when I make stuff like that, I have to separate them into parts. So Adam can animate them properly in the game engine. We are using Unity as the game engine. So let's see here if you can go. There's the palette. So I make these parts separately, and then you combine them, and then you can turn this around without moving the dog head, because it's on a separate layer. So like this. It doesn't center at the moment now because this is not an animation program, but you understand what I mean. So yeah, we are having fun making this game. What else can I show? It's not like a super complicated game. This on purpose, because we do this as a kind of like a learning process and without risking too much time and stuff. But yet we've spent almost like a year. Anyway, it was supposed to be like a 3-month thing, but it seems like we're getting closer to release now. So if all stars align, we hope to release it in December. So yeah, guess and we will planning to release it on WebGL now first, and then after some months, if it seems that people like it, we will approach, for example, an indie publisher and see if we can get some help to push it on mobiles, Androids and iPhones. So a WebGL game, it's means that it's browser based. So if you go to Crazy Games, for example, the two big ones are Crazy Games and Pokey, and it's kind of like Steam for web browsers in a way, and you just get bunch of games and you can play them instantly. Just click on them. They're all browser based. Let's try something. This one, for example. So you don't need to download anything. We don't need to install everything. So it's kind of like a nice soft start if you want to try to make and release games. Oh, it starts immediately with a lot of text. Yeah, but you get what I mean. Well, which one shall we try? A Volvo racing game. I remember these cars from when I was a kid, because I'm that old. The Volvos that looked like they came from a very old blocky game. Oh, okay, this looks like it. So yeah, you just instantly start playing. What is this game about? Sounds like it's just jumping. Alright. Oh! Smash. Alright. Okay. Yeah, anyway, that's Crazy Games. And yeah, that's where we want to try to get it on. So this is our itch page. Itch.io is a very cool page. Everyone can upload their game demos. I think there's like 1,800 demos uploaded here every week or something. It's crazy. But it's a nice place to do it. But it's not like Steam. There's no communities and stuff. So it's mainly just website provider in a way, which has a lot of games. So here you can try our game, and if you want, you can leave some feedback. We'll love if you leave some feedback if you try the game, because we need it. Seriously, there's if you plan on people playing your game, you need it tested, and for sure we need it tested more than we have, even though we have tested it quite a bit, but we've been testing it mostly on live game events and stuff, and not that much on online, because as I said, 1,800 games released every week here. It's a lot of competition for attention, so that's just the reality. So yeah, here's the bus. Return the dogs to grandma before dinner. All right. I don't know if you guys saw the last episode. We were playing quite a bit, so I'm not gonna play much now because we don't have any updates since then. But we're gonna have some updates quite soon. So if you follow the channel, you will see some more stuff added to the game, which could be interesting. If you either just want to follow us on the stream or actually try the game, you can do that. Alright guys, I think we're gonna end it there for today. So bye bye and see you on the next one.